Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the concept of future of automated factory. So in this concept we will be mainly focusing on the concept of industry 4.0. We'll have a glance on industrial revolution, the design principles involved in the concept of industry 4.0, what is the function of this particular new advanced concept application, as well as the benefits which we have been taken for the consideration of industry 4.0, the components of industry 4.0. Will have a better understanding of all these parameters. So let us start with the introduction. Before going to start the actual concept, we need to define what exactly the consideration which we are going to take in the concept of industry 4.0. So if I take the consideration of industry 4.0, it is a further developmental stage in the organization and management of the entire value chain process involved in manufacturing industry. So as we mentioned, whatever the organization if you take, or whatever the manufacturing system you if you consider, we're always will be looking for getting a better result. So in order to get a better result, or in order to get better output, you need to upgrade yourself day by day. So you need to implement the new ideas, you need to implement the new technology for your process in order to upgrade, or in order to get the better result at the end. So in the same way, we can also mention this industry 4.0 is a further developmental stage in any organization or a management of the entire value chain process involved in the manufacturing industry. So what I can consider, or what I can suggest here, is this industry 4.0 we can also refer as the fourth industrial revolution. So what are all the parameters the industry 4.0 consisting of? You can see, or you can compare with the help of this flow diagram, where you can see this industry 4.0 is interconnected with industrial internet. So this industrial internet is interconnected with the internet of things, and for that we will be using internet for everything. What is the main consideration we will going to make here is we will have the help, we will take the help of internet for proceedings. So before going to start the concept in industry 4.0, we'll just have a glance on the revolution which has been taken place, the industrial revolution which has been taken place previously from till now. So there are four industrial revolution which we can see one by one. So the first industrial revolution which has been taken during 1765, and which was the main revolution which is taking on different mechanical instruments. And in the second industrial revolution, which was happened 1870s, and which was concentrated on the concept of assemblies, because earlier days we didn't have much idea as well as the information to assemble the part in a proper manner. After that revolution has been taking day by day, will be getting the information, taking the ideas, we had moved into the concept of assemblies. Then after in the third revolution, which has been taken during 1969, that time we implemented one more concept called programmable logic controller, CNC systems, what we have been used by taking the help of computer, how we can proceed, and by taking the help of computer, how we can perform the manufacturing system. Everything will be involved in this industrial revolution. And in the fourth industrial revolution, will be taking the new advanced technology. In the 20th century, will be taking cyber physical production systems, which is implemented for the manufacturing process. So if I talk about the first industrial revolution, we will be knowing in earlier days we didn't have much idea about the concept of or we didn't have much idea about new technologies. We earlier days we used to prefer older machines. With that older machine we used to get the output. What we used to get is, we used to, because we'll be using more number of worker for the process, and obviously we'll be getting some of the errors because of the lack of information what we used to have in the earlier cases. So the first industrial revolution, which really was a revolution, and the invention of steam machines, we can say, or the usage of water and steam power and all sorts of other machines taken place in the first industrial revolution, and this industrial transformation of society with the trains, mechanization of the manufacturing, and loads of smogs etc. will be taken in the first industrial revolution. And coming to the second industrial revolution, again day by day people were very particular about the concept. They used to collect the information from the different sources, from the consideration of the information which is suitable for their process. The second industrial revolution is typically seems to be with the consideration of electricity, means they'll be taking new manufacturing inventions, and which they have been focused on the part of assemblies. And in order to make this part assembly, what are the actions they're supposed to take, all these considerations they had been focused in the second industrial revolution. Coming back to the third industrial revolution, again uh, people that taken the information, they had collected the information, and they had used this information in a proper channel. To proper channel, they implemented the concept, and in this third industrial revolution they used the help of computers, and they used the consideration of computer networking. Because of that, they invented something, and that they have taken for their particular process. The rise of the robotics in the manufacturing process, they introduced the concept of robotics, they introduced the concepts of numerical control systems, they introduced the concept of programmable logic controllers etc. And moreover they implemented the concept of automation. So finally, in the fourth industrial revolution, what happened was the technology was developing day by day. The scientists were or the industrialists were focusing on, or they focused on the new technology. They implemented the new concepts, and here we can have the concept of artificial intelligence, smart manufacturing systems. We have a concept of robotics, improved robotics etc. will be considered in fourth industrial revolution. So now we already mentioned industry 4.0, the concept of industry 4.0 which comes under fourth industrial revolution. So it's supposed to have some design principles, and these design principles are used to get the or which will be implemented for the process to get the required output. So there are four design principles which we supposed to consider in industry 4.0, and these principles support companies in identifying and implementing the scenarios of industry 4.0. So these are very important for the manufacturing point of view, or the company or any organization point of view. The first consideration is interoperability, second one is information transparency, third one is technical assistance, and fourth one is decentralized decisions. So now we are in the fourth stage of industrial revolution, so we have a better idea how to improve the process what we have been taken in our manufacturing process. So in order to improve our process, whatever the sequence we have been followed, for that what action we supposed to take, that is also very important considerations. And here what type of design principles you supposed to use, that is also very important in this particular concept. So whatever the considerations we have taken, either it may be interoperability or information transparency, technical assistance or decentralized decision, these are all have its own importance, and this you supposed to implement in order to get the required output. So if I talk about different considerations in this particular fourth revolution, we have listed 9 digital industrial technologies, because we are taking the help of computers, we are taking the help of the internets. By taking the help of internet, we will have a interconnection, we have a consideration of all the aspects. By taking the help of internet, we will be proceeding. So where and all we can find the technology in this particular concept, future for automated factory, we'll be discussing on that. So we can have the concept of advanced robotics. Till now whatever the concept we have studied, which is a step by step process, the advanced robotics or the new technology which we can implement. By implementing this, we can get the accurate result with a fraction of time. Even we already discussed about the concept of additive manufacturing. This is also one of the improved idea encountered all over the world. augmented reality we can also consider. This is also one of the industrial technology or the digitalized industrial technology implemented all over the world. Simulations we can find whatever the mistakes which is going to happen, that we can initially identify it by taking all these new technologies. Horizontal vertical integration we can take, and we can consider industrial internet, how we can have a interconnection between all the parameter which is involved in industrial aspects, the cloud, cyber security, big data and analytics. All these parameters are very essential in this particular future for automated factories. So we need to focus on all these parameters. All these parameters what we will going to study, these are all the improved technologies, or we can call it as digital industrial technologies, which is implemented for our process to get the better result. Now what is the effect we can get for implementing this? Will be having the world of production will become more and more networked until everything is interlinked with everything else. We have mentioned whatever the factory layout if you take, or whatever the large scale industry if you consider, where you have lot more considerations to taking care. So it is very difficult to maintain manually. So if you have a if you have some supporting system with your work area, then you will going to achieve whatever the result you wanted to get. So that's why the world of production will become more and more networked nowadays. So until everything is interlinked with everywhere everything, so this the complexity of the production and supplier network will grow enormously. We mentioned because we'll be having some complexity in order to face some of the problems in if you take any production systems, because you need to take care of food all different aspects, and you need to have better understanding between all the streams what you will be performing, or sequence what you will be following. So so if you have some supporting technology along with you, then you can overcome whatever the drawback you will be having. So interconnected multiple factories, or even geographical regions where we can find the effect of this particular new technology. Now well, we'll focus on the challenges, what challenges you will be having normally, because the consideration what we will be taking, that is because whatever the area you have been chosen, where you will be finding the challenges, different challenges. So you need to focus on all these challenges where you can find out the challenges, because nowadays you'll be getting different kind of new problems. So for that problems, what solution you will going to find, that is also very important. Initially IT security issues you will be obviously getting. So for that, how you can take action, how you will going to overcome from your problem by implementing this particular new future technologies. Then we'll be finding the reliability and stability needed. We need to maintain our process reliably, stably. From you need to have better communication between machine to machine, that is also very important. And need to protect industrial know-how, because whatever the consideration you will be taking and whatever the aspects you will be finding day by day, you'll be getting the challenge, and each challenge how you will going to face that play a major role, or that that requires very skilled operators. I mentioned why I am telling this, because you will be implementing the new technology. So if you are implementing the new technology, your workers should know how to operate in a sequential manner. So all these parameters, he'll be getting a lot more challenges to operate, low top management commitments, and he'll be getting some of the issues in the data security. He'll be getting some of the issues in different qualifications, and we'll be getting a lot of issues in the regulations and standard forms certifications, as well as some legal issues, data securities, etc. So by implementing this a new technology, by implementing this new idea, you can overcome from all these challenges what you'll be facing in between. So this is all about, or this is something about the concept of industry 4.0. And in the next session we'll focus on the concept of internet of things and some of the new advanced technologies. Thank you.